Welcome to Flash. Aha! This is the Flash fiction writing stream where we do that thing we say. We will have 2 10-minute sprints where we will come up with stories based on a prompt, and then we will read them out. And now I shall introduce our brilliant guests and co-hosts. We have Holliday.
Hello, I'm me. I wrote this. Subscribe to the newsletter. Thank you. Right, just do that. Right. Okay, hello.
We have BARRETT LAURIE.
Hi, my name is BARRETT LAURIE. I write stories about ordinary queer kids living extraordinary lives. I host Critique Group Live every second Thursday of the month and a chatty talk show on Mondays at 1 that's on a brief hiatus. Bethany VOTAW.
Hi, yes, I'm Bethany VOTAW. I'm the author of a few short story collections and thrillers, and I, stream hop. I'm a serial stream hopper. I will join anyone, and I'll probably be in the chat. So yay, I'm excited to kind of come off of an unintentional hiatus with my buddies. I think Richard and Martin were probably my first, like a true author friends. So, love being back. Cool. And now on to Dow.
Hello there, I'm CECIL RUNO. I'm a blind storyteller for introspective readers, mostly writing sci-fi, and my YouTube channel is a weird combination of wildlife and nature-related stuff and writing-related things that, in a way that only I could pull off, apparently. So that's what I do. I'm the weirdo who kind of is on social media, but kind of isn't. So nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
We're so happy to have you. We are going to start off with our popular format point.
What?
Play your library cards right.
I've got my pad ready, so to write down the scores.
Wait, I missed this. What is this?
It's a new game.
It's an original game show concept that has nothing to do with anything you might have seen on TV in the 1950s. We are going to look at some book covers with their Goodreads scores from whenever I made the graphics.
Oh, I've seen this. Oh, okay, I'm excited.
And if you get it wrong, I take off an item of clothing, so no pressure.
The stakes have been raised.
Oh my goodness.
We have the spinning wheel of genre, in which you're assigned a genre for your Flash, which, if you ignore, we don't actually enforce it. But if you win, play your library cards right, you can have a second spin.
Martin, we should have discussed this earlier, but I didn't have the wheel of genres ready. So I'm getting it ready now.
And that's why we have a games round. Yes, we are open to prompt suggestions from the chat if you have... Oh, dear.
The things Martin says in chat.
You've got to watch out for those Russian hackers. The cyber war is real. Also, those Sutton hackers.
I saw the grannies. I'm like, bless.
Not again.
I just gotta.
If anyone suggests grannies, it does automatically go through.
I misread this as a prompt for Mayo.
Did somebody say Russian hacker?
That was for Maya.
You want that prompt? You leave it to me.
Question. I have several things you can hack.
I now
Excuse
feel
me?
I shouldn't have given Dow all my passwords. Right, I thought maybe it would be nice to ask who would like to go first playing their library cards right, but then I'm just going to dump it on Barrett.
Yes, I was kind of hoping it was me. I did practice and looked up some of the regular choices for that you use to compare, so I should be ready.
Eva's here. Hi, Eva.
Tis him!
By regular choice, you mean graphics take time to make, and I'm not doing 20 each month.
No, I meant like I looked up like Nightmare Tenants, for example, and a few others just so I'd have a baseline.
Well, that's what we like cheating, I'm sure.
Just in case Nightmare Tenant should be mentioned, for example.
If it isn't, I'm going
For
to come back.
example.
I'm pretty sure that readers will have gone in and downrated Nightmare Tenant from what it was when I put the graphic together. So I don't know if that will have helped you.
Oh, you too.
Gotta love
I don't know if you
Goodreads.
can see it on StreamYards, but Richard has a singular tear running down his cheek.
The
What?
chemistry.
What?
Right. I wonder what the first book could be.
The post box has a time hold.
Oh, hang
Ah.
on. Who's
Dribbles
playing
and
again? Oh, Barrett's
Rules,
playing.
4.78. Barrett, are you going to go higher or lower?
Lower. Damn it.
Oh, you were right to go lower. It's Ernest Hemingway, Farewell to Arms, 3.81. Now,
It's good that I guessed this wrong because I've already messed up how the
You got
game
it
works.
right.
So that worked out well. No, I
Wait,
know.
I'm
but
confused.
I did it
oh,
wrong. Yeah, I think Bethany and I were thinking the same
I
thing.
have
but it
no
worked
idea
out
what's
okay.
going on.
can you? I need a refresher. Wait, I'm
Can
confused.
you guess if the one that we're looking at first is higher or lower than the next one? And so I
Oh.
guessed lower, but I thought the next one would be lower. But it worked out that my wrong was right.
Okay,
So,
good.
basically, we're going to say a number, and you have to guess if the next number's higher or
higher or
lower.
lower. Yeah.
And what
My
does the
favorite
book?
drink
What does the book cover have to do with that?
It's the books and their ratings on Goodreads.
Oh,
Martin
okay.
will read out.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready. Sorry. Higher or lower than. I'm nervous now. 'Cause I
Richard,
got
what
one
was the last one rated?
I've forgotten.
3.81.
3.81.
Listen to him. Listen
Ernest
to him.
Hemingway. A Call to Arms.
Higher or lower, Barrett?
Lower.
Oh, it's higher. Another Hemingway, Movable Feast, 4.202. Richard told me off last time. I didn't say the 0.
Did I?
Book.
Okay.
Don't
So,
expect me to remember things.
Barrett, last card. Higher or lower?
Higher.
Oh, it's
Ugh.
Dune, 425.
Oh, dearie me.
Richard's favorite.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Barrett wins a second spin on the famed Wheel of Genre,
Perfect.
which Richard now has ready.
He does. Now Bethany gets to play.
Oh, okay. So it's purely chance, right? Like you don't say the title before.
Well, you got a 50%
Yes.
chance of getting it right.
Oh, okay, okay. It's like flipping heads or tails, but this is more fun.
Unless, of course, the book is really lowly rated, then obviously it would be more sensible to go
Well,
higher.
yeah, and Goodreads has its own little, chaotic story behind it. So, but we'll
No
ignore
one
that.
has
I like
that-
this.
No one has actually lost this yet, so
Okay.
don't stress.
I'm pretty sure it's impossible to lose. This is just an icebreaker.
Oh,
We'll
okay, I
start
love
you
it.
off
I love
with
it.
we'll start you off with an easy one.
Oh,
It's Tracker by Bethany Votar, rated
Love
5
that.
stars.
so
Higher
lower.
or
Yeah,
lower?
not rated more
Bearing
than
in mind that
90%.
is the highest score.
Lower, yeah. It's because not many people have reviewed it.
You were right to go lower. 391. That's Embers of War. Gareth Powell. He lives
I've
in
not read
Bristol.
that.
I haven't
Oh, it's
either.
good. It's got sentient spaceships.
Ooh,
So, Bethany, you're going to go higher or lower for your last card?
higher.
Okay,
Okay.
anyone in the chat, if you want to type the words higher or lower, depending on which way you think Bethany should go, do so now.
I'm gonna go with higher. I think.
Higher.
Hey,
Oh, it's Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, 424.
Well, hang on,
One
she's
of my
another go.
favorites.
I'm so confused.
Higher or lower?
Lower.
So,
Ooh.
Terry
Yeah.
Pratchett equal rights, 4.03. You were right to go lower.
Oh, I like that cover.
It is really pretty.
Colin Clark will probably rant about how the original covers were the best and that the shenanigans have no place in.
He's old enough to remember him. Oh,
So, was that 4 cards? Is there one left?
no, it's 3.
One more.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know what's going on anymore.
I'm gonna go lower.
You're going to go lower?
Yeah. Not very confident.
Oh, Colin.
Jane
I don't
Austen's Sensibility, 4.08.
I don't remember what the last one was, but yeah.
I don't either.
I'm gonna
Can
call
I just
that
say she
a
won?
win.
Yes.
Oh, Terry Pratchett, wasn't it?
Ooh.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't
It
remember
was
the number.
4.03, so this one was higher.
Oh,
my goodness.
Well, I've given her the point anyway, so
Okay, thanks.
you win.
Man, those were close, yeah.
it's Dal's turn now to play.
Does this make any sense to you?
Yes.
Kind of.
Okay. Right, your first book is Wuthering Heights 3.87. Are you going to go higher or lower?
Me?
Yeah,
Higher.
higher.
Yes.
Okay. 3.81. The Sun Also Rises. Hemingway.
Higher or lower?
Lower.
Lower. Hey, 4.5.
Boo.
This postbox has a typo.
Boo!
Oi,
Fix.
by Martin Lejeune.
Oh wait,
His
it's
name
your
you have-
book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obscured his name from it.
It's this guerrilla
We're
marketing
trying to be
tactic I'm trying.
subtle.
My sincere apologies. I don't know what the book was. I
It's
just
not
saw
very
it was
good, but
higher.
it's
I was
not
like,
very long.
"Boo." Whatever. I don't even know what I'm doing. So yay.
No worries. Higher or lower?
Lower.
Lower. It's
You're right.
Foundation by Isaac Asimov, 4.17. You're right to go lower.
You have a higher rating than Asimov.
Don't question it. I don't.
Now,
It's not
now
good
that
for this
is
book.
now that is very interesting. Now let's see.
A
I
higher
say-
rating. A higher rating, but smaller sideburns.
I know.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Okay, one more.
Okay.
Higher or lower?
Lower.
Lower. Oh, it's the Martian by Andy Weir, 4.40.
Yeah, that was higher. Boo. But I love the
Okay,
book.
look.
It's a very
But
good book.
Why am
Should
I
we give
getting all
everyone a
the...
second spin?
Wait,
the
hang on.
genre?
What am I getting all the sci-fi books? I have a question.
They were kind of all sci-fi, weren't they? Because I think mine.
No,
No,
No.
mine were classics.
Because
there
this take
were fantasy books there. So why am I getting all the sci-fi? Did someone plan this?
It's
Yes.
a conspiracy.
the graphics took far longer to make than I anticipated, and now I'm stuck with a small section.
It's because of Dal's, profile picture. We get the stars behind her, so it seems fitting that
I
sci-fi.
blame God.
Nice,
Which is
nice.
annoying because I actually made this one for this month, but didn't use it. Oh well.
Well, we can put them in the shuffle.
What's
can't
that
we?
one?
It's
Right.
Brandon Sanderson, The Way of Kings.
Yeah, that's
Is that,
cool.
is that $4.64 million he raised on Kickstarter for that book?
20 something, or is it 30 now? I don't even know. I
Mhm,
stopped
like-
looking.
It's beyond 30 million now.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
incredible. Yeah.
I
As
mean,
an author tuber, I'm obliged to be outraged for some reason.
No, don't be. Hey! Have you
Hey.
watched the most recent video by Sanders? You know he's backing other authors, right?
I was being sarcastic. Someone was calling for him to give back to the community, and I'm like, he's posted like 20 hours of lectures for free, right?
Right. Nice
Some
stuff.
people. You just can't please some people.
Right. Has anyone in the chat got ideas for prompts?
Yes,
You're going
I've been
to-
starring them, Martin.
Read it out, and suddenly
Bethany's going to be
I'm
happy.
getting nervous.
Okay, we have Colin Clark. My Zimmer frame is possessed. I think that's just a recollection of last weekend for him. We've also got from Colin Clark. My grand's dentures are hunting me. I thought hurting me. I mean, if I get romance with that one, I would go.
The polydent that brought them together.
I once moved into a flat that had someone's dentures in a cupboard.
Or something sticky in the mouth did.
Oh.
Well, we've got this from Maya. Grandma's dentures are hunting me and they also shoot lasers. I don't
Don't you
know
hate
that.
it when that happens?
I mean, I like where that's headed. Ooh, my gran has a secret double life.
My motorbike has broken down. Oh, is that? I thought no, that was a prompt or just a statement of fact.
I think it's both.
I
This
love
could be a lot of fun.
This
My
is-
gran has a
that's
secret
a lot of
double life as a hooker. Oh,
Richard. Of course it would go there.
I went a totally
A
different
booker
direction.
for what?
Me too.
the Airbnb looked perfect. Oh, they were there to stay.
Ooh, I like that
They
one.
went in.
Maybe
Ooh.
it's
Not their tenant.
dentures.
That's a really good one too.
JC's here. Hello. Nice to see you.
JC!
You missed hijinks from me.
And it's and a game.
And a game. We haven't done the Wheel of Genres yet, have we?
No,
No, that can really change
My
the game.
grandma is a hired killer.
Ooh, like that too.
Oh, I've got lots of ideas.
I'm
I
probably
haven't,
going to.
I haven't written Flash in so long. I'm so excited.
I'm probably going to ignore the prompt and do whatever I want. Just saying.
I love
We
that.
are nothing if not aniac.
Love that.
Honestly, I kind of want to take a pal from Dal's butt.
I mean
Dal's
that is
book and do
basically what
that.
Martin does.
It depends on my genre. We'll see which one I get, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna go rogue or
Yeah.
not.
If it's erotica or romance, I'm just popping out of the stream like
I have a
that.
great friend that had sex work on her resume, according to family. Is that a prompt or is that just from Eva's family history?
Yeah, is that I'm fascinated.
I don't want to say, but it would explain a lot.
Either way, I'm fascinated.
And was it from when she was a great gran or backstory?
Also, an important note.
God damn it! What did I get myself into?
Love all of that energy.
Come on a nice Flash stream, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Well,
Wholesome.
we're all flashers tonight, aren't we?
I mean, Flash has a strange connotation for some people, so it's an eclectic mix here.
Well, Beth, you remember my first ever Flash fiction was literally Flash fiction about a man who flashed. I think you read that one.
I did, yes, I did.
Just trying to repress that memory.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that was a while ago.
She did a whole series, actually. You should watch it. It's a couple of videos. But she shares all the Flash she wrote in a month.
Yeah, I know. That's what she just said.
Yeah.
JC, I watch religiously, but I've been so busy and traveling.
This was right when you were on stage. But yeah, it's good.
I can't wait. She said that now, and I'm like, oh, so excited.
And some of the stories are really good. I was like, where did that come from?
JC's talented. Have you read some of her stuff? I have a book review that I've been, at trying to edit forever, but one of her books. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, I digress. That's exciting.
Mr. Holliday, spin that wheel.
Excuse me. Oh, hang on. This one's without prompt. At the time I woke up, I only write romance and nothing else. I mean, that is actually horror.
Doll could actually probably write the hell out of that.
It's a horror genre. I love it.
Yeah. Horror.
Eva's come up with.
Had to write romance.
Oh, this is juicy.
Oh, there's some good ones, y'all.
I like how Eva now has to end every sentence with, no, that's a prompt. That's not just...
I know. I noticed that too.
It actually happened.
Not real life.
It took me a while to read the comment, but oh my god, Maya, no. I'm not doing that.
This comment, wasn't Colin barely a teenager in 1888?
Oh no, I think he was on his first apprenticeship by then.
We are being
guys. I like that grannies are just sticking around the chat because they're really cool people to write about.
Lots of
we can't talk about grannies, but Natalie's here.
Natalie, look.
She has locked on to our stream.
I know. It's like you should be enjoying Vegas. What are you doing hanging out with us? We're glad you're here, but you're supposed to be doing that.
But what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Martin, you've taken control, right? Who's having the first spin
on the spinning wheel of genre? We have comedy, thriller, romance, historical, science fiction, paranormal, fantasy, and free spin, romance, but spin again.
Who's first?
Thank you for volunteering.
Oh,
Barrett's not writing.
Let's do it.
Okay, spin. Or do I control it somehow? No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
This is so exciting.
What does it say? Romance, but spin again. Okay.
Okay, this is terrible.
Spin again. I mean, I'll try romance. It depends on what the prompt we go with.
I know. I feel like I need
We
the
get to
prompt.
spin again, Barrett.
One more, yeah. I'm Closing out like I'm in Vegas still. Oh, Natalie's from Vegas. Okay, glad you made it safely. Sorry. So I get the same thing? Oh, for
I feel like you just have to do
I'll just
romance
take it.
now.
I'll just take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
No, he has to do romance butt.
It takes it
I
off.
mean, not a romance about his butt. I mean, his butt could feature in the romance.
Romance.
No.
I don't have enough words for my butt to feature in the romance.
I'm just gonna write my shortest flash fiction ever. No.
Okay. I'm going to assign Barrett's romance butt because I've now figured out how this works. Romance butt.
I have heard his romance butt is a fantasy.
So, Barrett, your topic, if you do choose to write anything, is romance but fantasy. I mean,
Romance or
Jesus.
fantasy. Okay.
There could be horny elves or, rampant demons or who knows.
The chat is just chanting the wheel has spoken now. I feel the power we've unleashed.
Spoken. Okay, who would like to have their next spin on the old wheel of genres?
I'll take it.
Okay.
To answer the question, JC, I have nothing against romance. It's just that I am completely unaware of how to do it right, so I just don't.
Do it wrong then.
No.
I think that was our first on-screen proposal.
Excuse me.
Excuse what? I'm popping out. I'm sorry. It was nice to see you. Bye.
Granny romance again. Okay.
It's
Martin,
the again for me.
Martin, we are spinning the wheel for you.
Spin that wheel! It's something you might want to call when the wheel spins for you.
It's really good. Martin is writing fantasy.
Okay.
I mean, he may just ignore this.
I thought you were supposed to hide the choices once they were issued.
Can I-
Shush! I'm doing it now.
I'll spin it. I'll do it.
Dal's
Okay,
going
that
to
was
spin.
fine.
Spin it for me.
Round and round she goes. Where she stops, no one knows.
Dal's going historical.
She is
Oh,
so
God,
happy.
disqualified that prospect. We
That
might have
is
to
the
spin again.
perfect thing for what I wanted to do. Thank you very much.
Is there going to be Russian influence?
Конечно, девочка. Конечно.
We've got a complaint with our first complaint. We'll put it on the wheel next time. Define contemporary, though.
Why don't you have like literary or poetry?
Ooh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
To write it in verse,
What about
Hang on.
like
proper-
Starfish.
I'm just confused that I've apparently proposed to Natalie.
Well, I was hoping there'd be a proper literature. one.
Literature.
Proper.
Maya. No Maya. No romance.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Oh, well,
Richard.
it's Colin.
Colin. Sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was just expecting that to be Richard, and it was in fact Colin.
Okay, Bethany, do you want to go next on the wheel of genres?
Yes, get it over with.
Yeah.
I got like weirdly nervous. No.
Thriller. Oh no, running.
It's gonna be great. I was gonna say like rock your socks off, but I feel like you're gonna make an innuendo out of that or something.
The only person who hasn't picked is yours truly, so I'm going to do that right now by clicking this button.
Let's see. Oh.
I'll spin again, shall I? We need to iron out the kinks in the wheel of genres.
Kitty. That's like all my union.
Who got the sci-fi from me?
Richard.
Me.
All right,
Oh,
Richard.
Richard.
Why are you blaming me? It was the wheel's choice.
Mm.
I'm cool with that. I want to see your sci-fi.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. Oh, we're seeing Martin's cat. We're seeing Martin's cat's ass. Classy. What a
Right.
classy French cat that is.
It's a French cat, as you well know.
It does explain quite a lot.
So, is there a prompt people are particularly excited
Oh,
about?
Jesus, I forgot about the prompt.
I like the Airbnb.
What was it again? Airbnb.
Richard will throw it back up on screen now.
Airbnb.
Like you go to an Airbnb and it's not what you thought of.
Oh, was that it? Okay.
I didn't start. I just started that one.
Ooh.
Hang on. Airbnb.
Problem with this, there was no Airbnb historically. So what do I do?
Of course there was.
A bed and breakfast.
Okay, cool.
Don't you put the prompt out? I can't find the prompt.
I have an idea. I have
The
my story.
Airbnb looks perfect online, but once they arrived, they realized their mistake. Perfect. Thank you. Y'all, so I can type out of my doc.
So you have to write a romance fantasy about this, Barrett.
I know. Good. Who
Oh,
doesn't?
and I'm writing a straight up fantasy, is that right?
A straight up fantasy. Well, I mean, okay.
So wait, I have to write a historical about a bed and breakfast that seemed like it was a good idea, and then it was a mistake.
Yes.
Maybe instead of online,
Unless
it
you
could
want
have been
to write something else. We're not enforcing this very strictly.
could have been in a magazine, could have been in a newspaper, maybe, or like
Yeah.
a review of like an Airbnb, and so you get there, and then there's like something about it that you're like, wait a minute, they didn't tell us there were dead bodies here, or like something like that.
Oh,
I went with it, but like you go wherever. You go.
I have an idea for what I want to do that it's kind of loosely based on the prompt, but okay.
Hey, loosely based is still within the
Totally
realm of
works.
the prompt. Yeah.
Cool.
Loosely based,
Cool.
it's loosely based.
I have my flash piece ready.
Okay.
No, come back.
Oh, I've got no ideas at all. This is terrifying.
Now you know how it feels to be me, Martin.
I'm just going to nip off and apply to join Critique Group Live.
I just don't know.
Apparently, there's a test now, Martin. They have to do background checks now.
Romance.
I've muted you in advance so I could get my words in before I have to leave.
Yeah,
Wait, are we writing? Are we writing?
Are we already writing?
Or are we
No.
just nattering about?
We love a good natter, a good chin wag.
It's one of my new favorite words. None of my
I
US
love
friends
that
know
one.
what I'm like nattering about.
We have 10 whole. Are we going into the writing now, Martin? Explain.
Yeah, we will go into writing in just a moment once Bethany's finished her cheeky bants. And
Cheeky pants.
I'm just out here hacking up a lung. It's fine.
we're going to write for 10 minutes, and then we are going to stop and have a chat about how we're getting on, and then there'll be a second 10 minutes to finish up. Does that sound good to everyone?
Sure, bring it on.
Remind you of your wedding night. Oh,
I'm glad you agree, because otherwise we'd need new formats, and that would take longer than we have.
and let's face it, we ripped this one off as it was. I mean, we spun it off.
I
don't
feel
know.
so lucky because I prepared for a flash fiction, like I prepared something in my mind, and then I got the genre that fits perfect for what I want to do.
Lucky.
Psychic.
That's
Right.
true.
Ready, set, flash.
Hang on. Crumbs.
Okay.
Jesus. I mean, you might not want to be eating when the romance gets read out, so.
And I just had the same problem with that a lot of historical writers have. Is like, wait, what city is this? What time period is this? What I need to research. I need to. Oh no! So yeah, I started, but lots of bumps on the road.
I'm trying to keep my romance sweet. Okay, that's a
Not
hint.
sour.
I'm done, or I can't do another sprint before I have to go, so I'm just gonna send what I've got, which is pretty much almost done. So, yay!
Yay! Best of luck.
You wrote that in 10 minutes, Barrett. Whoa!
It's not. Let me just. It's a quick little snippet of romance / fantasy about an Airbnb. Like I did what I could.
Love it.
So.
How much did you write again? Sorry,
I didn't look at the words. I just emailed it to you. 209 words. So,
I should probably check my email. I realised this prompt is actually a story I've written before. In the book, yes.
Yes, we know.
As my first ever published passion scene, which includes the line. Where is it? Oh, here it is. The mattress wailed, as did Connie.
You've missed your calling as a romance writer, I'm sure.
Richard.
Yeah.
You know what they say, write what you know.
Oh, here it is. Propped up above her on his arm, rhythmically extending his pleasure into hers, Jimmy felt the sweat tingle on his skin.
Okay, I mean, that's great. Wrong stream, Richard.
We're not past Watershed.
The mattress wailed, as did Connie. The speeds.
Oh dear, what a shame. Anyway, we're going to be moving on for our second sprint if that's all the contributions people have. Bethany, how many words did you get in the first go around?
I got 299. And
Excellent.
I like some of them, so it's good.
Keep the ones you like, throw the rest away. Or don't. Just write more, make it longer.
Yeah.
What could go wrong? Anyway, Barrett, it's been great to have you for the first half, and I'm really annoyed you double booked us.
I know, I'm so sorry. I will be better about checking daylight saving. So you all don't do daylight savings time.
No, we do
We
it.
just do it 2 weeks later.
They do, but they haven't done it yet. I think it's next
I
Sunday.
almost made that mistake, Barrett. You're totally fine, because I got all confused too.
Next time it'll all make sense, hopefully.
Okay. I love you all. You're wonderful, and I will see you all later. So bye, friends.
Good to see you. Bye.
Bye.
And then there were 4.
Let's continue reading, shall we? No, right.
Everyone good to jump into part 2? Colin got...
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Yeah, I feel like I'm either going to hit the prompt really well, my genre really well, but not both at the same time. So we're going to see which one shines through.
Send it to...
I
Oh, hang
can't
on.
believe-
Hang on. Hold on, you old Sam. There's a thing here. If you go to this website... Look, it's on the bottom.
Or just email it to Richard's address, which we'll also put up.
What? Will I? News to me.
When I have this ready, I'm just gonna send it to you, Martin.
Yeah, that
I'll
works.
do that.
I'll send a Google Docs link to your messenger or whatever.
Josie wants to say, can she send hers to you?
Yeah, I'm excited to hear hers.
Maya has got the setup in. Now she needs to insert the romance and the fantasy. Well, that could be the romance and the fantasy. Who knows? Oh, hang on. I didn't follow with the genre wheel. It's fine. The genre wheel is dead at this point.
You do you.
You do you, exactly. Let's go and do more of this writing shenanigans.
Let's get
You can want
on.
that is
I know, I'm like trying to think how I want to end this. I'm like, we'll see what happens. Best of
In
luck,
death.
everybody.
Bethany, you're ending it in death.
I have a romance genre, not a tragedy genre, okay?
It could be a romance so cataclysmically amazing that it ends in the death of everyone.
No, that's still a tragedy.
Send it to whoever, to be quite frank.
Is there an email you can put in the chat, Richard?
Shush.
Let's make it not easy for our nice viewers who we didn't all
You
expect to
do
come
have
along.
the
and have a watch.
banner. You do have the banner scrolling at the bottom, which
Yes.
Yeah, but that's his weird Microsoft thing that no one's going to want to know how to
It's
use.
I know I
not.
used it once and I got confused.
If Bethany gets confused, what hope does anyone
I
else
mean,
have?
like technologically speaking, I'm not the most adept, so take that with a grain of salt.
How's the surfing?
It's pretty good. Yeah, minor injury, fractured a bone in my hand not too long ago, but we're back at it. We're better. Yeah, things are
Whatever
good.
doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's the thing to remember.
I mean, I guess.
Apparently, when you fracture a bone, it never heals quite as strong as it did before. So that might actually be the opposite.
I didn't fully break. I just cracked. You know, there's a difference, I guess.
Was there bone poking out of the skin?
No, it was not a compound fracture.
Oh, I didn't know that she had a proper name. And I've done a first aid course.
Right,
Yes.
let's crack on with this.
Uh-huh.
Can you just imagine me giving you chest compressions? Oh, dear. Bye then. Oh.
How are you getting on, Richard?
Yes. I have written 252 words.
Look at our
Hi.
name. Who did that?
Oh, that was me.
I love it. How many words did I write? I wrote 506. Oh, together. I don't know what I did this stream.
I
I've written
kind of wandered off from the prompt quite massively.
I've written 226 words and stayed on prompt, and there we go.
Oh, nice stuff.
Did you stay on genre too?
Oh yeah, I think so. Hey, it's Adrian.
Adrian.
I was trying to come up with some gag in my head because I'm strange like that about Roman Orphotube, and the punchline would have been books by Hadrian.
Okay, are people sending their things in some form to me?
I mean, I sent you an email. I just copied and pasted it in, but do you need like a Word doc or something?
That's fine. Just send it as an email.
Okay.
So I'm collating them.
Do you want me to? I'll forward JC's because she sent that to me.
Yeah, Dan, if you want to send me yours, I'll sort it.
Forward it to yours truly.
I am too slow. I did not finish what I wanted to finish. I got too caught up in the details. Ooh.
That's a good
right.
problem to have, though. That means that you're like really into the story. Do you think you'll finish it later?
I will finish it later. Like I have a whole thing. I dreamt about this last night.
Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't know.
I thought it was really about Martin.
I thought I was gonna come here and have nothing because I'm terrible at prompts, and worse when I saw the spinning wheel of genre, I was like, oh no, this is gonna be a disaster. And now I can just write whatever I dreamt last night, and it works.
Perfect. It was meant to be.
Not even 200 words. I'm not done, but okay, whatever.
It works. As long as you like what you're doing and it's gonna go
Oh
somewhere
yeah,
later.
definitely. I even had perfect music to listen to while I was writing. I was listening to some of Tchaikovsky's symphonies. So
Oh.
yeah.
Do you have some more Russian influence?
That one.
No. Whichever came out, I did shuffle mode. But yeah, that was great. That was a great experience, and now I want to go back to it.
You were in
It's
the
like,
zone.
oh, 10 minutes is not enough. I want to do some more.
I know it goes by so fast.
All right. So how do I send this to you?
Send it to Martin. Send it to me.
If you just send me a Google Doc link, I'll sort it.
Yeah. Copy link. Let me see. I have a Google Doc, so that should be easy.
Ugh.
I love Google Docs, Richard. Don't knock it. I love it.
I prefer Word, but for this kind of sending and sharing and doing all that, I do Google Docs.
I feel like I got in the habit of using Google Docs when my computers kept dying, so I was like, at least I know it's somewhere.
Saved somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know my choice.
Does that link open to you?
I'm just opening it now, and no, it doesn't.
No perkele.
Oh, I've got Colin's thing. Good old Colin.
Mr. Clark.
Clark. Oh, there we go. So we're waiting for Dow's, we're waiting for, I think, Maya. Just send it to anyone on the screen at this point. I've got it.
Let me see.
I've made this needlessly complicated, haven't I? Or you can email this, because I'm trying to protect my actual proper email address.
Well, I sure hope no Russian hackers see that up on the screen.
No, okay. Yep.
Let's
you
fill
go.
in this dead air with more readings from this.
You should be able to open that link now because I unrestricted it.
Okay, just a moment.
Oh yeah, sometimes that happens, huh?
When last we left off.
Best leave some, mystery for the readers. They're gonna want to buy your book now.
I mean, who wouldn't want to buy this or this? And if you sign up to my newsletter, you get this for free.
Yeah, my tracker prequel has been being proofread by someone for quite a while, but one day I'll have a free reader magnet. Just not this
What
month,
you need
probably.
to do is chase them up. Say, why have you not finished reading it?
I think part of me is like okay with the proofreader taking a while because I'm just nervous about it because that means I have to figure out how to like do a whole newsletter thing, a news free prequel.
Actually, your newsletters are great.
Well, it's because they're sent so few and far between.
Oh, hello. I got my. I'm just pasting Myers in. I sent the first time ever I've sent a book to an editor this month.
Which book?
I sent the first draft of my new book.
For like a developmental thing, or
it's going into a developmental, yeah.
Okay, I was like, wow, first draft. That's
I know it's a bit brave, but my editor's very nice.
Oh, gotcha.
Do you have a title?
It's Dan, and the working title is Price War, which is actually going to be the title, and it's going to be a series of 3 books. So you get thrice as much of my wonderful writing.
Are you still trying to get the Thaw traditionally published, or when
that is about to go through pro writing aid, and it's going to be finally done and ready to be queried? I'm scared.
Okay.
Excited.
I was like, what are you going to do with it? That's been done for a while, huh? It needs to get out in the world.
It's been kind of simmering. It's finally like turned 18. It needs to go out and get a job at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about time.
Yeah, it's a shame to have a full book, just sitting there.
Have you got everything, Richard? Have you got the submission?
Oh, hello. I've got. Oh, that's Martin. You sent 3.
Yes,
submissions.
I have.
I don't know who they're from.
Doesn't have the subject line.
No, it just says new submission received.
Oh, your bloody submission form was terrible, Dickie.
So who is Armorless?
That's mine.
Okay, hang on, me old chum. I don't actually know what's going on at this point. Come to our stream where we are very organised.
Well, I'm impressed by Richard's streams and yours and like Barrett streams and stuff. There's a lot that goes into it. Like my streams, it's just like we're gonna sprint and it's gonna be quick and easy, and I don't even do that often.
Yeah, who's Neanderthal clubbing grandmas?
That's I once seen a hedge.
I once seen a hedge.
And then the other one is Dows.
Oh, okay, it did work. Okay.
And then did you get JC's, Richard, and mine?
Now,
so to anyone who is gonna hear my whatever that was, it's not finished.
You're gonna leave us hanging.
Slow writer. I'm a slow writer.
It's okay.
Okay. Let me just get it. I'll make it comments first. Right, I'm going to share the screen. Sorry?
Has Colin sent one in?
He has. Lucky for us.
Does he want to come on and read it?
Oh,
yes,
does he want to come on and read it? Yeah.
Can someone read mine?
Yes, I'm sure we can.
I mean, I could read mine, but it's going to take 3 hours, so no.
Colin, if you want to come and read, I will forward you the link.
I mean, I don't want you to feel any pressure, Colin, but come and read. Come and read.
No pressure, but I hope you feel like it.
Mr.
know,
Wonderful audiobook narrator, please.
I know, he's a professional now.
Report yourself to the reading grounds.
I feel like we should pay him at this point.
Yeah, I think Richard should pay him at this point.
Or maybe it's just, free advertising for him.
Martin, we're on your channel, so you have to pay.
It sounds like a baffling concept to me. I mean,
For the people in the chat,
socialist guy.
Cash
for the
money,
people in
what
the
is
chat
that?
saying that they couldn't even add a title. That's when you know that I was prepared for this mess. The story has a title and it has a reason.
We see this more as harmless chaos.
It's harmless chaos.
Yeah.
We love harmless chaos, don't we? I mean, I did a stream where it was just me on my own writing. I did an accountability stream, so I would definitely recommend that.
I know, that's why I want to get back into streaming. It's like, okay, like my goal is to finish this and I'm going to be streaming until I do. Like,
Just stick the camera
I
on
just need
and
to be home again and do that. I've been traveling.
Where are you at?
She's in Oregon.
Currently in Oregon. I live in California, but I was in Colorado last week.
That's kind of on the same line, isn't it? Oregon and California.
Yeah, and then next month I'll be in New York for a week, so that's across the country. But
Can someone let Colin know I've sent him the email?
Oi, Colin. He sent you the email.
Colin.
Mr. Clark, please report yourself to the reading grounds. Thank you.
Oh, we're having fun, aren't we?
I wish I could have a job that I just have to call people through the speakers like, you report yourself to room whatever number. Thank you.
Bing bong.
perfect.
Oh, we have a late entrant to the chaos, Sui.
Did you get a Barrett entry, by the way?
Yes, I did. He's off to look at a house and hopefully buy it or burn it down.
Buy it. We hope he buys it. Yeah.
I don't
I hope he
know.
buys it.
I'm a bit of a pyromaniac.
Shall we begin the readings while we wait for... Oh, hello. Tis
Hello.
him.
Mr.
Hello.
Good evening.
Shall we begin the readings while we wait for... Oh, hello.
Hold up. What?
Tis him.
Tis I. Good evening.
We're reliving that wonderful moment where Colin appeared.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you, but we also hear ourselves.
Good evening.
We're reliving that wonderful moment where
I don't
Colin
know how. I've got nothing else on. Oh, yes, I have. I've got YouTube still up, haven't I?
That'll do it.
It's gone now.
Ah,
Good.
perfect.
Oh, I watch hours.
Oh, Martin, you goose. Now,
Oh, I could have left it on in another room, but I only have the one PC. Sorry.
You are all good.
I heard Dal calling, so I couldn't resist the call. She's like a siren.
You can't say no.
Exactly.
You
How
can't
could you?
say no to the alien.
so, Dal, who do you want to read The Missing Symphony?
Whoever wants to read that.
Well,
I will.
Colin's volunteered himself.
I spoke. I didn't actually volunteer, but yeah, I don't mind. What the heck?
Colin is tribute. Go.
I'm now tribute. Sorry, Dal, if I mess this up.
Do it. I don't mind. It's not even finished. Go ahead.
Okay, neither's mine. Dal Cecil RUNO, The Missing Symphony. Concerts and recitals were fuel to his soul, and yet too much of it drained his vitality. That's Peter, isn't it?
Piotr. Yeah, Piotr. But yeah, Peter.
Yes. Peter needed a refreshment somewhere far from the dissonant notes of the city, somewhere not many would be able to find him. It was thanks to a discreet announcement on a corner of the Sunday print that he discovered the perfect oasis in the outskirts of St. Petersburg. For a moment, he was sorry for stealing a weekend away from someone in need of that much more affordable price, but he needed some peace and quiet, and perhaps the owner needed some extra rubles. Delight filled the air once he arrived, and he noticed the piano. Everything else was modest or in need of refurbishing, but there was a piano beckoning him to sit and grace the pristine keys. His belongings remained unpacked the first evening, except for the basics, and he played those melodies no longer trapped inside the decaying walls. Before he could separate himself from the ever flow of music, the first rays of sunlight caressed the delicate curtains. Piotr resigned to unpack the rest of his clothes and had a quick meal before surrendering to sleep. He prolonged his stay for longer than a week, and before he knew, there was a new symphony painted on his music sheets.
And that's all I have for now.
That was really good. I
don't
one
know.
question.
I
One
like
question. Beautiful sort of prose there, really good. I just want to know, the delicate curtains, were they iron curtains?
I have no idea because I'm blind and I don't know the textures.
No,
Oh
I
no,
love
Richard was
the-
just going for a pun there.
Yeah, he was going for a pun and failing miserably.
I just caught it. Okay, I caught it. That was a 3-second delay. Sorry.
Oh, that's not the comment I wanted. There's a nice comment from JC. Dow, you had it. I have to say that first line,
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah,
definitely conjured up those old Russian buildings.
You managed to say so much with so little.
Yeah, you got to finish it.
I
Don't-
really
Oh my
have to
God.
agree.
Whereas Richard normally manages to say so little with so much.
I don't think I even did that tonight. I think I literally said so little with even more little.
I mean, I wrote that in 2 sprints, and I was just making sure that he lived in St. Petersburg. Otherwise, I wouldn't use that name. So I did some research.
Dewey says so good, Dow. I have to agree. That was.
Thank you.
I know. Now you have to finish it. We want to.
I'm going to finish it.
Good,
I
good.
will.
Good.
Good.
Oh, tis him.
Mr.
Oh.
Clark.
Tis me. I come on, and I don't know.
Just put to work right away.
Yeah. Well, this is this isn't Flash. It may be the beginning of a short story, but hey ho.
It may not be
Whoa.
Flash, but it's pretty swish.
Oh, thank you. Very kind of you, old bean. Right, here we go then. As the airship floated into dock, Ariana rushed to finish packing her kit. Crossbow, silver bolts, wolfsbane. She checked off each item against the list, ensuring she'd be well prepared for all events. Croesus Tower was the most expensive airship in this side of the Thames, and there was no way she wanted to find herself underprepared for the great hunt. After all, Mum and Dad had paid a small fortune to get her the tickets for her 18th birthday. She couldn't come back without a trophy. A resounding clang echoed through the wooden ship as the metal exitway found its way home, joining airship and tower with its snaking umbilical. Welcome to Croesus Tower, home of the hunt. All passengers prepare to depart. 15 minutes after the first announcement, Ariana stepped from the tube and out onto the tower's topmost dome, a crystalline structure filtering the morning sun pink and promising the fulfillment of her lifelong dream to hunt and kill a werewolf. Uniformed attendants scuttled from the intricately carved wooden doors, offering cool drinks and a helping hand to the dozen or so attendees as they alighted. "Can I take your bag, madam?" Ariana glanced to her left and saw a skinny youth with pockmarked skin holding out a 7-fingered hand towards her travel bag. "If you hope to succeed, my dear, never lose sight of your equipment." Her mother's advice echoed round her head. "No," she snapped. "I'll keep it, thanks." "As you wish, madam," he said, limping away, looking for another hunter to help. "Hurry!" Turning her attention from the polydactyl attendant to a voice she recognized, Ariana raised an eyebrow at the tubby figure, only now disembarking from the ship, his face bright red with effort as he struggled to drag a large backpack across the cobbled rooftop. "Wait up, Ari," he yelled. "We should stick together." Otis Renfrew was 4'9", 13 stone, and had been the blight of Ariana's trip. For some reason, he'd latched onto her throughout the month-long journey, regaling her with tales. I lost that then. Regaling her with tales of obviously imaginary exploits in a desperate hope to impress her. She hadn't been impressed, but despite the fact he was a bit of an arse, she'd grown to like the little runt. She'd grown to like the little runt. If nothing else, she could use him for bait once they got down to the legendary lower levels of the tower. "Hi, Otis," she said, shouldering her bag and waiting for him to catch up. "Stick together, eh?" "You need looking after," Otis puffed as he joined her before the entrance doors. "Lunch? I'm buying." I think that's it.
That's really good.
That
You're
was, I could
such a
just read
way.
pages and pages of that.
Merci.
It was very, very good. Such talent. Someone commented, "I'm already picturing the cogs."
Yes, I thought that'd be Martin, because Martin's usually the first in with the cogs.
But I kind of like that you're kind of going for that kind of, steampunk / fantasy with the werewolf aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I like that too.
I really want to see where you're going with that.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
those seem to
So
really
do I,
kind of match together.
So do I. 'Cause
I'm genuinely, and I think this is the first time this has happened on this show. I'm genuinely disgruntled that it stopped, and we could just, if we just throw up the timer a couple more times, you could just finish it and then read it for us. That would be great.
Yeah, if only I knew where it was going, because I just started writing and that's it. So
I think it's going down.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to finish it when it gets down to the levels.
More comments. Got JC Cohen saying, "I'm so intrigued, Colin. I want more." So do we. We all want more. We can't bear it.
Okay.
And Maya says, "Well, she's heartless using for bait. I bet they become friends or frenemies, or even better."
Yeah.
What's
A
that
snack.
for lovers?
Oh no, they're not lovers. No, but he may well save a life.
I just want to read a whole the stand width book of this.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
So no pressure, Colin, but get writing.
Yeah, perhaps I'll just finish one first, rather than doing all these different bits.
And even by the first two stories, I just feel like deleting the entry because it's shit. Never mind, never mind. So the next person is Maya. And Maya, who do you want to read your story?
Bethany.
Yesany.
Yesany.
I know how to
Bethany,
read
do you want to read
things.
Maya's story?
Sure. Okay. I looked at the house and then back to the listing on my phone. I was surprised it looked as good as it did. I mean, the pictures were pretty much identical, but for the price, I was sure there was some sort of caveat. I took a chance as it was the only opening in my price range, but that also should probably have been a red flag. Yet here I was, standing outside this enormous house with a beautiful garden, and I couldn't figure out one bit what the catch was. I lugged my suitcase over the cobblestone entryway and then up the two small concrete steps. I took a deep breath and then I rang. A static voice came out of the small speaker beside the electronic doorbell. "Miss Gray, I presume?" said the voice on the other end. "That's me," I said, somewhat nervously. "Just checking in as per the message on the Airbnb website. Thank you for confirming your identity, Miss Gray. I will now send you the coordinates to the lockbox located behind the planted pot to your left and attached to the low railing of the patio." Okay, then. Before I even got those two words in, a small beep signaling the end of the call interrupted me. Maybe these people were just super private? Another thing which didn't add up. At this point, I would almost be happy if the house was destroyed on the inside, as it would give me an explanation on this too grand to be true setup, and I could maybe relax a little. I moved to the side and then looked behind one of the multiple potted plants. A few tries later, I found a small black box which had to be where the key was. I had to kneel on the ground to get a good enough grasp on it. It was heavy despite its size and very well built. A few minutes of fumbling later, I finally got the code and I was sent to work and pulled out an antique brass key. While the house looked old, the key seemed very out of place. Even if the house was from the same era as when the key was manufactured, who kept the old original locks? It didn't add up with the previous theory that these people were just very private and paranoid. With a sigh and a little shake to my failing resolve, I stood and entered the key into the lock. I half expected it not to fit, but with little trouble it slipped into the lock and turned the inner mechanisms like butter. The door swung open on well-oiled hinges as I took a step inside. While another theory went down the drain, the inside was even better than pictured. It looked like some high-class magazine, and my red flag signal went into high alert. There had to be a catch. There was no other possible conclusion. I dragged my bag on the floor, which seemed to be solid marble, and turned right as per the instructions from the owner. I was supposed to have access to the end of the right wing, which led into the kitchen, bedroom, swimming pool, and more. I only made it a small ways down the impossibly long hall when I heard a throat clear. I turned towards the sound and came face to face with the most beautiful man I had ever seen. He was shirtless, because of course he was. This arrangement was so weird I almost felt like I stumbled down the rabbit hole and came back into a world that was much too good to be true. The man looked over me and frowned. "New recruit, then?" he asked. No, I just rented a room on Airbnb for a few nights." He gave me a sad smile as his eyes quickly flashed an unnatural green. "It's such a shame," he said in a low voice. I raised an eyebrow in question, and he quickly added, "Such a shame that you were only staying a few nights. Well, have a good stay." With one last intense look, he shut the door, and I was back in an utterly quiet hallway. Even further on edge after that brief discussion, I considered my options as I walked down the rest of the hallway. I had paid in advance, and I had no money to go anywhere else. Maybe I was just being overly paranoid. Maybe this was just some kind of training academy, which would explain the shirtless man with beads of sweat on his chest. Or was that water? I quickly returned my mind to the problem at hand and continued pondering my theories. It was an academy, perhaps? They had a multi-room setup? Maybe it was owned by some ultra-rich millionaire who had too much money and to know what to do with, and who had 15 homes to choose from? That would explain the rich interior and the cheap price. Maybe the rooms they rented were so the workers could make some extra cash? Some kind of secret side business, which would explain the privacy thing. As I got to the end of the hall where my room was supposed to be, my face blanched and my heart dropped. What the hell had I gotten myself into? Ooh, what is it?
I like that. Really
I
do.
really like the kind of conversationalist and kind of narration that really drew you in.
Mhm.
And really painted the picture. So yeah, that was really good. I kind of want to know where it's going now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I find myself wanting more.
Mhm.
Yeah, the voice was really good.
Voice is really good. I actually think that prose is very clean as well. I don't think it's rough at all. But yeah.
Maya, девочка, Maya. That for a moment I was like, wait, what wasn't this was not supposed to be an NSFW genre, Maya. But no, I agree that it sounds like a real person. Like you get really into a person's head. It really sounds like that.
Again, it's another one of those that Martin said earlier. Where I'm actually annoyed it finished.
Yeah.
I mean,
Agreed.
usually this is just a bit of silly fun, and it doesn't really work if people turn up and are actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel totally shown up by its entrance.
I just like that end. What the hell have I gotten myself into? Because it
know,
just
like-
sets you up. You want to know now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I have to say, some of the talent here is stupendous. It's wonderful. It's indescribably good.
Which is really amazing since we're writers and we describe things.
Exactly. Yeah, that's more of an indictment on my inability to do things. And speaking of talent, we have the Queen of Flash herself, Bethany VOTAW.
Bethany VOTAW.
Bethany VOTAW.
Yeah, I got the romance genre, so I really tried to lean into that. So let's see how we did. Okay. Lily and Carter had been on a handful of dates, which was better than the string of dates that often ended before they started. A dismal pattern Lily had fallen into, and Lily wasn't going to waste more time with Carter, so she went straight to the chocolate test. This was a test that her last 3 casual boyfriends had failed, the test that had ended the relationships before it had too much traction to move forward. It was better to end these things early, especially when chocolate was involved. After a long day of driving, they pulled up to the quaint little Airbnb. It was not at all what the pair had been expecting, and though this should have counted as a test for Carter, Lily ignored the fact that Carter booked a place that was rather remote and smelled of cow. But that was because Carter booked a little ranch house near the local farms because we can go to the farmer's market in the morning. Lily didn't care for farmers or markets, but was content anyway. Unless he failed the chocolate test, then it would be over anyway, and she wouldn't have to pretend to like either of those things. When they brought the bags inside, she opened a box of chocolates she had carefully stashed in the back seat. Chocolate? Lily offered. Oh, yes, Carter said. I'm starved. Lily bit her lip as she anxiously watched Carter's hand hover over the chocolates. Her granny had said that this was the tried and true test of love. Carter's hand briefly hovered over the caramel chocolate, and the image of Lily's last fling crossed her mind. The guy had bit into the chocolate, and the sweet and soft caramel dripped down his chin like a waterfall. The relationship ended about 2 seconds after that. Carter's hand hovered over the lavender sea salt dark chocolate, and Lily told herself she would be fine if that was his choice. She would be just fine. It was fine. But he didn't choose that, so all was right with the world. His hand then hovered over the creamy vanilla swirl, her favorite, and the jam-filled dark chocolate, a disgusting display of human innovation. Really, it was really the worst. You know, Carter said, still looking around the dingy ranch house, this was really not what I was expecting. Lily was on the edge of her seat, eyes flitting between his hand hovering over the chocolate and his face. Maybe next time we could go to the city, take a cooking class or something. He popped the dark chocolate filled with the horrendous jam in his mouth. Lily didn't respond with words. Instead, she launched herself at him, kissing his sticky, jammy lips, ignoring the awful flavor. Seriously, who thought cherry jam belonged inside chocolate? But it didn't matter because Carter passed the chocolate test. It was essential in any relationship to have someone who loved the chocolate you hated. That way, there was never a fight over the last piece.
Oh, brilliant.
Cute. I can do romance.
Oh, that was cute.
That was amazing, Beth.
Richard,
Oh,
seriously, why did you have to ruin it like that?
Yeah.
Well,
And he didn't die of poisoning when he ate it. It's so unusual for a breakfast.
I know everyone made it out okay.
I think this is a classic Bethany piece because I think you had the idea of that final line and you kind of wrote to that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like the idea that you judge someone's suitability for like a relationship based on their chocolate choice.
Yeah,
I
I think
mean,
that's a good idea, actually. I'd need to find somebody who likes chocolate orange.
Well, okay, so like as much as I, don't love the picking the genre thing, it really did force me to like think outside my comfort zone and whatnot. So as much as I like, complain, I kind of liked this exercise.
You need to trust the wheel.
Maybe, unless the wheel
I
gives
trust the wheel unless it's a genre where I have a seriously no skill.
And Suri claps. So well done. That was really good. Who's next, I wonder, because I've forgotten how I've laid out this document.
Did we read
Barrett?
Barrett's?
I will read Barrett's.
Okay, cool.
I'm glad you've put people's names on these so you can't try and claim it as your own since you're not happy with yours.
Would I do that? Oh, dearie me. Okay, I will do Barrett's. Okay, I'll face the camera. Corwin looked out over the open field and knew instantly that it was a trap. There was no cottage looking out over a small herb garden with a white picket fence. The Airbnb looked perfect online, but once she arrived, she realised her mistake. This was the field she would be kidnapped in. A portal opened directly across from her, and Mason stepped out. Cora couldn't help but notice that Mason looked rugged and handsome, even when he was coming to capture her against her will. I was afraid you wouldn't agree if I'd just asked for a meeting, Mason said. Your coven? Your coven has been hunting me for months. Why would I ever trust you? It looked like that blow landed and it hurt. I would never do you harm, Cora. I've been in love with you since as far back as I can remember. I have a way to get you out before the war begins, but we have to leave right now, he said. I have to warn my coven and my parents. They can't come. I can only take you, he said, reaching for her hand. She jerked her hand away. Then I won't be joining you, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Dun, 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 dun.
Wow. I really like that.
Holy shit, that's good.
That was great. And in 10 minutes. What the?
I want the rest of that one.
So do I. I want to know where it's going.
Uh-huh.
I figured he'd written something naff, and that's why he skipped out on us.
No such luck.
Author JC Cummins says, "Oh wow!" I mean, it was quite something, wasn't it? So we still talk about chocolate. That's fine. We can accept that. That was really good. I have to agree. That was for a short piece that actually built up so much world. That was really good.
Put me in mind of The Last Witch Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Anybody else have any comments?
I want the rest of it.
Yeah.
I want the rest of it. This is the book Barrett should be writing. He needs to write this one. It's really good.
Like, why isn't this a book, right?
Exactly. It needs to be a book. Yeah, I could see it. He needs to give looking for houses and just write.
The boy's got talent.
He really is talented, isn't he? Next, we have the one and only, the amazing JC Carpenter. Now, who I'm pretty sure Bethany was going to read this.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's a running comment from the last one. Sam Wicker. Hi, Sam. Nice to see you here. Nice. He should have bought chocolate to bribe Cora. I don't disagree.
There you go.
And Sue said very, very tight writing. Excellent. And JC has chosen Bethany.
Cool.
And yeah.
All right.
Bethany, away.
The Airbnb looked perfect online, but once they arrived, they realized their mistake. You see, the online ad made it seem like a quaint little spot, a place that no one would ever really go to for a getaway. Mark and Allison had figured it was the perfect place to hide the body. By the time anyone would find it, they would have been long gone. They certainly weren't going to stay for the entire weekend and had already reserved a room for the weekend at a hotel 2 towns over, so their alibi was solid. They had been made to improvise on the fly because they had never planned for things to get this far when they confronted Rebecca the night before. They had only meant to scare her into giving them a copy of the pictures that she had secretly took of them cheating on their spouses. Things got out of hand, and before they knew it, Rebecca had lunged for the gun they had only meant to scare her with, and it went off. Sure, they could have called the police, but who would have believed that it had been an accident? They panicked, and after taking the night to work out what they would do, the ad for the Airbnb suddenly popped up online as if it was a sign for a way out. What it didn't mention is that there was a convention happening that same weekend, and the Airbnb, which was supposed to be quiet and secluded, was packed with an overflow of people. Now, what were they going to do with Rebecca's body in the trunk? JC, that's so dark.
Really good. I loved it.
I do like it though. Yeah, no, I like that because you got the problem, you got the background of the problem, and then the solution, and then wait, we don't have a solution.
I mean, we could be heading into a hilarious comedy with that one, or
a very dark story.
Yeah, multiple killings.
I like how it used the prompt, but also took it in a completely different direction.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because the Airbnb wasn't like the plot point. It was like a solution for their plot point, but then it didn't become a solution. Oh, goodness. Where did that come from, JC? What inspired that?
Mhm.
We got some feedback. We got I once seen a head said fantastic. Sam Wicker said love that JC. And author JC. Oh, Suri says that's cool. Really well done.
Yeah.
And thanks for submitting and thanks for being brave. I know it's difficult to kind of just throw first drafts into the mix. Bethany's intrigued. Author JC Carpenter. I like murder mysteries. We can tell.
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's really good. Okay, shall we move on to the next contestant? Shall we say? It is I Once Seen a Hedge. Now you need to pick who wants to read this.
I'm sure Colin does a good Geordie.
No, I don't. Ask Trixie. She's Geordie. I can't do Geordie.
I was going to say calm down, but that's Scouse, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's Geordie? What are you talking about?
Geordie is like just below Scotland is Newcastle, where I live, and that's where the Geordies come from. Also, they come from Durham, and then you've got Mackhams, who are from Sunderland, and each accent is excruciatingly hard for a Londoner to make head nor tail of. Or
they need like subtitles.
Yeah, attempt. So,
that's funny.
Yeah, accents on their own. We have no answers.
Oh,
he has skipped the chat apparently.
Where in Scotland?
North England, Northeast England.
Below Scotland.
Yeah, it's just below Scotland.
Just below Scotland. Okay, good. Yeah,
just below Scotland's waist.
I don't mind reading it though, but I'm not doing Geordie.
You could pick a different accent then, Colin.
Yeah, I'll pick my own.
Oh, just before we do, Jenna's here. Hi, Jenna.
Hi, Jenna.
Thanks for
lurking.
Also, like, if I forgot to say, JC, I want to read that, more of that. Please give me more of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're all on for that one. Shall I read this
Colin,
then?
take it away.
Ugh, stubbed my toe. Ah, yeah, watch out, Grandma. There's an obtrusive stone at that side of the cave. Ah, ow, hashtag 0 stars. Would not recommend to a friend. Ugh. Yeah, we ain't staying in this Airbnb again. Neanderthal grandma drops her club to rub her toe, which is now looking more and more like it. But this cave was cheap, and I hear tell it's right next to some awesome clubs with gentlemen with the hottest pronounced brows. Sometime later. Ugh, whose foot is this? A voice in the dark croaked. That's my toe, you heathen, and I wish you wouldn't masturbate it so. Ugh, ugh. Oh, sorry, I thought it was. Never mind. Ugh. Well, that was that. Hold up a minute. That was a heavy night, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. The pronounced brow fella winked hard while keeping Neanderthal grandma's gaze. I'm just going to drain the man vein in this corner. Watch out for that. Ouch. Ugh. Stone, Neanderthal grandma said too late. Thanks for the heads up. There wouldn't have been such a long pause there if the scrolling person was scrolling quicker. Let's do this one again. Watch out for that. Ow! Ugh! Stone, Neanderthal grandma said too late. Thanks for the heads up. Wait, didn't you have a nephew with you? They both look at each other confused, then at the stone, then back at each other. The stone moved and started to look rather annoyed. Annoyed and smelled unmistakably of urine. Yes, that was me you weed on, the stone said. The end.
That's cute.
That was an amusing little tale.
There was
too many Uggs, though.
There were a lot of sound descriptions. That was interesting.
The Uggs could have gone one of two ways. Or they could have gone in.
Yeah, they could have been, but the point being is it's quite amusing and funny, and I can see there's a lot more in that story that could be used.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I like
Very
that.
good.
I cannot
Airbnb.
cannot imagine this read by a robotic screen reader. That would not make any sense.
I liked
Oh.
it. It felt suitably anarchic for our show.
Yeah. I mean, it's
This is exclusive audiobook material. Just saying.
Fit the bill. And also, we finally got to hear award-winning audiobook narrator Colin Cluck say a rude word.
no awards as yet. Thank you.
I'm making up an award.
Thank you. Yes, I'll have
There you
the Flash Aha Award for cheapest person to come on and read his own work.
There you go. So you are now an award winner.
Tis I.
Next, we have Martin.
Oh, and can I get Colin to read it? No, fine.
Why? You read it.
You read it.
You read.
I have to say, there are some times where I bash something out in 20 minutes and I go, that came out well. And this wasn't one of those times. Expectations suitably lowered? Good. Armorless looked at the listings on Elf-B&B, the network that listed all of Half Terror's fashionable getaway spots. There was a particularly nice-looking place. What could possibly go wrong? He booked it. Armorless had been studying archery at Elfton University and fancied a break, instead choosing for a city break with his girlfriend, Tess. Tess was a much more successful student than he was and was able to hit the impressive middle bit of the target. Armorless was lucky to get the easy bits on the side. He should have known when he booked the apartment that the mountain suburbs of Mount Death were too good to be true. Sure, the fresh lava from an active volcano meant the locals didn't need to worry about insulation, but it didn't make for a great holiday spot. Armorless would not be taking up the optional lava surfing package. They got a ride with the Eagles. The apartment was nice. The owner was weird. Tess was put out. Armorless wondered exactly how a computer holiday booking app worked in a medieval society where most lived as feudal peasants, and how it could operate, never mind actually turn a profit. Also, the apartment was the front for one of those big spiders that ate people after stinging them and wrapping them in cocoons. Armorless didn't rate it the full 5 stars.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
I like that last line.
Yeah, I really do like that. Yeah, it's Douglas Adams. Gonna be there somewhere.
Yeah.
The boy done good. Yes, he did.
Cheeky.
Computer holiday. I wanted Excel. Well, if it's a computer holiday worth writing about, there has to be a spreadsheet in there somewhere.
Yeah, but they have to clean those spreadsheets before they spread them.
Spreadsheets before bed sheets. Maya says, "Oh, I love Elfton."
Mm-hmm.
Maya's also giving the fictional audiobook award to Colin, so you've got 2 fictional awards.
Mercy.
These are going to be listed on his website by the end of a week.
What do you mean? They already were before anybody said them. I got turned down today as a Canva affiliate.
What?
Because of the quality of my website.
What?
Yeah.
The quality of your website. What does that have to do with
or lack thereof, actually. But yeah, no, I got turned down, so that's okay. I'm just not putting them in any of my videos in future. I won't let people know I use Canva to do that.
You should talk shit about them for that.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that because I use it every day.
As a customer, as a paying customer.
Yes. Hey ho. They don't know what they're missing, Jenna. You're quite right.
Hang on, I'm missing the comments there.
How dare they? That's what I think.
Rude. I didn't know that was actually part of the submission guidelines for being a Canva associate for your website.
Oh,
you have to design your website in Canva.
I've never designed a website in Canva, no. But I have a website.
Oh, Dale did.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, my website, dalcecilruno.com, is all made in Canva.
Those links will be in the chat at some point. I forgot to put them in. It's been quite a week here.
Yeah, that's what I should have designed my website in, obviously.
Yeah. Hang on, I don't know how to turn the banner off.
I'm sure we're still waiting for Richard's story, are we?
Well, my story may have disappeared. Does anyone want to hear my crappy story?
Yes,
we
let's.
Yes, let's.
I nearly got away from it. It wasn't for you poxy writers.
I actually created mine on HostGator, Maya. Or Maya.
Okay. So this is basically not really a story, it's just like a series of ideas. Returning to the Stark house in the rain that day, the place was filled with emptiness, even if the musk that Grandma Churlish, I don't know who she is, by the way, had cultivated here existed. By the way, I didn't do the prompt, because we all know the prompt is basically my story, so let's just go with that. Now it became the only vestige of her existence. The guests from the funeral quickly made their excuses and left, darting out of the door that creaked on unoiled hinges. Something was off, something not right. The light that had become yellow when it should have been clear. Ted was the first to look. I don't know who Ted is, by the way. He shuffled out of the sitting room, leaving his two siblings alone. On the mantelpiece, a clock ticked. Bella watched Ted leave. She tutted. Tracy, I don't know who any of these people are, stirred in the chair. Where's he gone? Probably to find the silver. There wasn't any, Tracy said. Old Bag made sure of that. I heard, Ted said, approaching the door to Grandma's room. The door was stuck fast. Look, didn't she say not to enter her room until after the first shovelful of dirt hit the coffin? You didn't waste any time, Bella said, emerging through the bottom of the stairs. They creaked. She stepped up. You couldn't get out of there quick enough. Well, Ted said, fumbling at the door handle. It was raining. Didn't want to get covered in mud. Crap, Tracy said, following her sister. It was sprinkles at best. Look, Ted said, letting go. I don't like your tone. And something happens, which I haven't written. We get to the final line, because I was doing the Bethany VOTAW version of writing. All the while, as they ran, the wind whispered a name that wouldn't ever escape them. Eva.
See, you were making light of that, and I liked it because just in that little snatch there, you've got an entire family dynamic in those few words.
That's kind of what I wanted to go for, was the whole kind of. I was going by the prompt. What was the prompt I was using? I was using Eva's prompt, funnily enough.
Yeah, you got a whole family dynamic, and that bit with not entering that room until the last shovelful of dirt hits the coffin. Well, if they haven't done that, we know something nasty is going to happen.
I wanted to know. I haven't decided whether Eva is actually either her name or maybe the victim's name or something.
Or the name of.
I'm sure there's just enough kind of bones there to hang a story on if I found 5 minutes.
Yep.
Gemma O'Malley says pizza, 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 pizza. And that's what I'm going to be eating once I get off this string.
I think there was much more atmosphere than you give yourself credit for.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. I kind of feel that if I'd had more time, I could have properly thought that out and thought, okay, how am I going to sort this out? Stephanie's here.
Hey, Steph.
Hey!
The Flasher Heart alumnus.
Welcome.
Richard, if you feel you needed more time, you shouldn't have settled on the format when you did.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing with these streams is, as much as the rest of the participants, there was such quality. I just kind of like to throw ideas at the wall and see what kind of sticks for me to pick up later. That's my kind of philosophy, shall we say. Thank you, Martin, for deleting that. Thanks, Maya, for this comment. The atmosphere was really there for sure. I'm actually kind of thinking it wasn't quite as shit as I thought it was, and I might kind of develop it. I'm going to stick it on a big pile of ideas I've got that's about this big.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I hope this is how your novel editing session goes. And it doesn't come back going, oh, I thought it was quite good, and apparently it's not.
That's how that is my editing session. It's like, oh, I thought this was working. No, actually, no, this is a piece of crap. Delete.
My editing sessions usually begin with between 5 and 10 minutes of crying.
I can relate.
Did you say crime or crime?
Crime. Well, definitely more crime. I mean, when I sent my book to Dan, who's doing my developmental edit, I basically wrote him an email that was essentially a very long apology.
No, don't defend your work. You just send it and you're like, hey, I'm human. I know I overlook some things. I need a second pair of eyes, but don't defend your work before they even read it. Like, you got to believe in your work yourself.
I mean, it's kind of funny because as that book went on, I kind of liked it more as I wrote it. I almost didn't want to stop writing in a way, but yeah.
There was
I only like it. I'm the same. I like it only when I'm writing, because when I'm writing, I have music in the background and I'm seeing the story and I'm with the character there. Like, it's like I'm in another world. And then I come back and I see the actual words and the actual words that I wrote, and I'm like, yeah, English is my second language. This could be better.
No, that's still so impressive though. And I think as creative people, we are our harshest critic. So give yourself some grace. Yeah.
It was just a 20-minute draft. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, part of the fun is just the kind of craziness of the sort of drafting process here. But I have to say, in all the episodes I've participated in, I've always kind of liked the idea that I've come up with, even if I don't like what I've managed to do in 20 minutes. So it's good for idea generation, this, if nothing else.
There's a Neil Gaiman quote where he was talking about a novel, and he phoned up his agent and was just like, nah, I'm going to have to scrap this one. It's no good. It's just not working. About 2/3 way in, and nah. And the agent was kind of chuckling. And he was like, bare my soul, what are you laughing at? And he was like, yeah, we have this conversation every time. Get on with it.
Yeah, every time you write something. Yeah.
And this comment from author JC Carpenter: Dow, you don't give yourself enough credit. You're really good. It's nice.
Thank you.
So you're all really good. I have to say,
I like everyone's stories. I think it was great. I mean, everyone just drafted something that sounds like really good, and it was a short time.
Everyone took it such a different direction. I love that.
I have to say, inspired by what Dow's just said, next month we will be doing Flash Aha Espanol.
Can I just type my work into Google Translate?
Yeah.
No.
In which case, I'll not be available.
But I have to say, yeah. What? Sorry.
You know how English people usually speak when they go abroad to somewhere like Spain. It's 2 beers, please.
Oh yeah, the classic. Yeah, no. If you guys ever do Flash Aha Espanol, I guess I'm the one who's gonna try to read it.
You're the one who's going to be running it down.
What was it?
You'll actually be running the session if ever they do a Spanish one, for certain.
For sure.
It would be Spanish Aha.
Spanish Aha.
Yeah, it would be Dal and Amelia.
It could be Dal Aha.
When are we doing the Finnish edition? So I can do both.
Oh no.
Jag förstår lite svenska.
That's Swedish.
Oh, thanks, Jenna.
Jag förstår engelska.
Yeah, that is. I don't know what that is, but yeah, no.
It's too
I don't.
Swedish.
Yeah, I don't speak. Yeah, no. I don't speak Swedish. No, that's not for me.
Jenna's comment's quite funny. From calm Colin to bro Colin in 0.3 seconds.
Yeah, it happens. No, I mean, all right.
We try our best, don't we? So yeah, I think we've come to the end of the show, haven't we?
This was fun.
It was nice nipping in and joining you, chaps. It really was.
Colin, you are always welcome.
Yeah, thanks for
You're
joining me.
always welcome here, Colin.
Merci.
I mean, we didn't even invite Colin and turned up, which is really good.
Oh no, to be fair, you had to send me the link.
I did have to, yeah.
And I was in the chat supporting the stream.
Demand.
Yes, supporting the stream as always.
We do appreciate your very last minute appearance. So yeah, this was good fun. So Martin, do we want to do outros?
Oui. Sorry, that's how speaking French.
We'll start with, who do we want to start with?
You.
Oh God. I'm Richard Holliday. I'm the Pineapple Pizza guy. I wrote this book. And please do remember to sign up to my newsletter because it is the best. And so, yes, I'm really pleased to be here. This was a lot of fun. Really pleased to be joined by so many talented, creative people who've shown me up. But thank you all. This has been a lot of fun. Martin, I'm going to stop talking now.
Other author newsletters are available.
But not as good as mine.
Bethany.
Hi, my name is Bethany VOTAW. I write short story collections and thrillers, and yeah, just stoked to be here. And yeah, that's me.
Dow.
Look,
All right. And
Yeah.
to answer the chat question, Maya, non, pardon-moi, je ne parle très bien français. Pardon-moi. Excusez-moi. No, I don't speak French. No. Hi, I'm Dulce.
what you did.
I did, but just to say that.
You're the only Frenchie.
Just to say that I don't. All right, I'm CECIL RUNO. I'm a blind storyteller and I write for introspective readers, mostly science fiction, but as you can tell, I like exploring other genres with my short stories and flash. Today was my first historical and it's not finished. My YouTube channel is a strange combination of wildlife and nature metaphors combined with writing stuff in a way that only I could pull off, apparently.
And singing birds.
And singing, oh yeah, singing birds. Hello, my name is Tuca, the toucan. I had to. Yeah, so I do weird stuff and I love nature and apparently I write historical now. It was great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
You're now a genre hopper. You're genre hopping now.
I'm a happy genre hopper. I do that, but this was the first historical I wrote and I'm so happy that I tried it.
Well, we're glad we could be here. And Colin, do you want to extroduce yourself?
Well, I don't really feel like I've deserved to extricate myself. I only came on to read a story. But yes, 'tis I, Colin Clark. You can find me, The Writer's Files. You can find my website, which is apparently damn poor.
Your apparently crap website.
And thank you very much, Maya, and everyone else for my 2 awards this evening on this show. I will treasure them always and think of you all forevermore. So, yeah, other than that, it's see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
And I'm Martin. I write sci-fi, and you will find me next month doing my other show, the 1 hour TV pilot challenge. In the meantime, this has been Flash Aha, and we will be back for more shenanigans next month on Dickie's channel. See you then.
Woo!